Hello, it's Josh from JDG.
And I'm Michelle.
As part of our LA1 focus, we've decided today to have a look at some of the green spaces in and around the postcode.
Today we're actually at Lancaster Canal. Now I really believe that green public space is very important for people's well-being and also mental health. Lancaster Canal is actually 41 miles long and it is the longest stretch of canal that actually has no locks.
Makes it much easier for going up on your boat, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And also walking boots.
Well, exactly, yeah, exactly. No messing around. It's actually, last year actually celebrated its 200th year since it was completed. It's amazing what they managed to do 200 years ago without all that sort of technology we've got now for digging canals.
And do you know, I discovered it is the only canal coastal route in the fact that it runs very close to the sea.
Yeah, a lot of them are inland, aren't they? It was a way of moving products inland.
And
this one was actually made to transport coal and limestone from sort of Cumbria down the sort of coast and I suppose to the ports in Lancaster and other areas around here.
Brilliant. But what I love about Lancaster Canal is, of course, today, as I said before, for well-being. We've just already been passed by somebody out walking the dog, and before we started filming, there was actually a jogger going down. The canal actually runs all the way down to the city centre, get right down close to the hospital, and of course heads up to Hess Bank.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you can tell us about the wine bars en route.
Yeah, the pub crawls, there's definitely some good pubs all the way along Lancaster Canal, always good, especially, it's not too bad a day today, but on those really hot sunny days it's a nice easy walk. Most of the canal is well tarmacked and it's easy for anyone who wants to go out for a nice sort of stroll in the sunshine. So.
Perfect. So in this video we're going to visit a variety of other green spaces. So Lancaster Canal, if you're in this area, please check it out.
So we're here in our next green space in the LA1 area. We're currently stood along the footpath that runs on the fantastic River Loon. Now the River Loon is actually what Lancaster is named after. There's different words and obviously, as you know, words sort of change over the years, but that is where the name Lancaster comes from. It's the castle on the Loon.
Interesting. The River Loon is also 53 miles long. It starts at New Biggin in Cumbria and runs all the way down to the Lune estuary.
It's actually only tidal up to the Skirton Weir, which we're going to have a quick look at now. So just behind us is Skirton Weir. Now, as I said before, the River Loon is only tidal up to this point now. Historically, this was actually used to control the fresh water to the sort of mills and things further up the river and help, obviously, back in the day when it was water-powered everything. Now it's owned by United Utilities. Now, I do believe a few years ago there was talks of maybe putting turbines in there to do sort of power based on water, all these green energies we really need to be thinking about these days.
Okay.
But,
the Loon today, of course, is also very popular with kayakers, canoers. We've actually got Lancaster Rowing Club just to the left of us. But it's also home to salmon, and it's possible to actually get a salmon permit. You do need a permit to come fishing on here. I'm also told there's lots of wildlife. Sadly, I've not seen a kingfisher yet, only photographs of it. But this is River Loon, and it's a great place to call and visit when visiting LA1. Next on our open green space feature is Rylands Park. Now Rylands Park is actually 17 acres of beautiful public space, and as you can see it's beautifully planted with the daffodils in the background and all the crocus are coming up.
Now, Rylands Park has lots of different things for you to do. There's 3 football pitches, there's some new play areas, as well as the fantastic walks you can have. And I believe, I was looking at some plans that there have been talks of BMX track at the very top end of the park.
That'd be really good for the children of the area, won't it?
Exactly, yeah.
But also, Rylands Park won green flag status for its actual cleanliness. It's also home to the circus, which comes to the town annually. Next on our list is King George's Playing Fields, one of my favourite parts of LA1. It's actually home to 2 full-size football pitches and has great facilities for the children to play out nice and safe.
It's also home for the Scouts and the Brownies and the Skirton Community Centre. It's easy accessible from the Vale part of Lancaster, but also from Slime Road as well, which is located just in the distance behind me there. It's a great space for people to come and relax and enjoy, even on the slightly less sunny days like today.
Yep, and when I used to live over here, I've even had a picnic in the park here.
So our final stop today, as many of you may recognise, is the Vale of Lune Rugby Club, and just on the other side of Powderhouse Lane we've also got some cricket grounds as well. This is right on the very edge of our LA1 postcode, but it's a vast green area and also got all the greenery and the fields that surround this area as well. A great place to come, and I'm sure very busy at the weekends as well.
It certainly is. So that brings us to the end of our LA1-2 journey, and I really think it's worth noting that 19.8% of LA1-2 is actually dedicated to open green space, and that comes in the forms of canals, rivers, parks, fields, play areas. It is actually, as a postcode, the greenest postcode of all of the Lancaster postcodes within LA1. Yeah.
That's impressive, isn't it? If you think Williamson's Park and other things, but then you've got these massive areas, it makes a big difference, doesn't it?
And as I said before, I really believe open green space is important to people's mental health and well-being.
Definitely.
So that's it for this one. We'll see you in our next postcode.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
See you.